This story is about a widow and her family introduce a Ouija board into their phony seance business, thereby inviting a spirit that possesses the youngest daughter. This movie title is Ouija, Origin of Evil. Spoilers alert. Watch out and enjoy. In 1967 Los Angeles, a young widow named Alessandra works out of her suburban home as a spiritual medium. She invites a spirit that their clients wants to talk, but the girl think that she's doing that to get some money, and they are shocked when the table move on its own. And Alice asks a spirit to give a sign if a ghost is with them. And the candle went off. Her client asked the spirit if she's in pain. And the candle went off, meaning the spirit is not in pain. And they saw a spirit standing in the back of curtain. When the girl said it's a scam, the spirit went to them. They are shocked and the old guy drop in the ground. She said sorry and they help him up. Alice said it's unpredictable and the guy tells that she's so angry at him. He tried to pay Alice for the service that she does to him. She didn't accept it. She went back to the house. It turned out all of she does earlier is a lie. She accompanied by her daughters. She told her that they want to comfort the guy, not to scare him. She said that stay at the curtain and not attack him. Her daughter Doris asked her mother if it's a scam. And she told her that we gave them closure, peace. One night when they in bed, daughter tells her that they used to pray with her dad, but now Alice didn't. Lena escaped from her room. She goes to her friend to chill. And her mother got a problem with the bills on their house. She grabs the board and asks her friends if they want to play. And her friend go for it. Lena and her friends started to do the Ouija board while the lights are off. And they started it by putting their hands together. And she asked if they are spirits with them. The Ouija board said yes, they have a spirits with them. She is shocked. Lena tells her to relax. She asked if there is spirit in the room. And the board said yes. Mikey asks her if she's doing that. She asked what on the other side and the board said cold. And Mikey asked if line come in the homecoming with him, and board said yes. And they didn't trust the Ouija board. She asked if there's a spirit, give them a sign. And they are shocked when Ellie's mom entered the room. Lena goes to her mom, and she said sorry for escaping the room without her permission. She asked Lena to help her for all of us. She discovered that Lena play a Ouija board with her friend. Lena tells to her mom that she need to go now, because someone waiting at her. And there's someone knocking at the door and Doris go to open the door. It turns out to be Mikey and Lena tells to her mom that he a friend only. Alice go to the market and she saw a Ouija board and she look at it and then she bought it to try to their work at home as a props. Doris asked her mom because she saw a Ouija board at the table. Alice tells her new props for work. Alice opened it and she saw the rules. She tried the Ouija board with a trick, but suddenly her question answered by his daughter. And her sister Lena asked her who are she talking to. Her sister asked what is that and Doris asked her what. Alice tries it again to contact her husband, but he doesn't have an answer from the board and she leave it to the table. After she leaves, the board started to move and it moved on its own and said no. Doris goes into the board that time. He sat on the chair and started to play the Ouija board on its own. She asked you there, and immediately got answer and it said hi friend. And she grabs it and look around using the glass on the board. She didn't see anything. Later at night when Lena's sleeping, her blanket got dragged down by something. She's shocked, she thought it was Doris. In the morning at school, Father Tom asked her mother to his office to ask if she's helping Doris with her homework. She tells that maybe not as much, but Father said someone is helping Doris with her homework. Doris tells them that she got help from her new friend. When they got home, they see a notice foreclosure in front of the door. Alice talks to Lena and tells her that it's their daddy's house. They are sad. But Doris goes in the basement. She saw a hole. She surprised her mother and sister with the money and Alice asks if where did she found that. She gives it to pay for the house. They went to the basement when they found the money and Doris told to them that her daddy told him where the money is. After that they go to the table where the Ouija is. And they started to play the Ouija board. And she calls for the spirits. And Doris talked to the spirit that she found the money already in the basement. And she tells that he can hear the spirit better when she's with the board. And she asked if her daddy is with them. And they got an answer from the board said yes, their dad is with them. She's shocked. She asked where he is when she told about being pregnant and got answered shower. They are shocked when all of their question is correct. And Doris told them that sometimes she can see them using that board while looking at the mirror, but she can't see her father yet. Alice asked the board if her husband is really with them right now and they got an answered yes, he's with them now. Alice told to Lena that we can help people with that power of Doris and they stop doing what they pretend to do. And she said they can talk to dad again. And Lena tried the Ouija and she saw a shadow standing in front of her. And it disappeared. And next day at school while she's with Mikey, she asked him if true about the homecoming and Mikey answered it yes. He's happy because he's surprised because Lena wants to go with him. And Father asked Lena about Doris because she's absent for 4 days already. She tells that they are working. Alice and Doris had a client and she asked what do her want to tell him. She tells that to Doris if he was proud of her of what she's done. And Doris talks with a man voice said always. She's laughing because of what she done. And after he done that, Doris hold her neck because she's in pain. Her client was amazed of what she saw and asked Alice if she can come back tomorrow. While she's sleeping she woke up because of her neck is aching. She calls for her sister and Lena gave her a medicine for pain. Doris goes in the table and play the board again, and ask if what happened to her neck. She used the mirror and she saw a hand tap the glass. She's shocked and she's in pain again. He goes in front of the mirror, and she saw an evil on her back, and the evil attack her and the evil goes into Doris' body. When Lena is sleeping, Doris is in her bed whispering at her while being possessed. She saw herself covering her mouth with something and she woke up because all of it was a dream. While Doris is in school, the bully saw her standing, and they told that she's weird. And he tried to hit Doris but someone controlling his body. And that thing goes into her face and it hit himself by the spirits. And the boy didn't know what he'd do. He's scared. One day Mikey visit their house and he talks to Doris. She asks if he knows what it feels to strangle to death. He's shocked. Also father come into their house. And Alice got surprised by the visit. They try to board with father. And they ask the spirit if with them right now. Father asked about the middle name of his wife. And God answered and father asked about what was fight all about. And Doris looking at father and God answered that he's hiding behind his true color and father shocked when Doris talks with the other female voice. While waiting for the answer he got an answer and said be happy. He thanks Doris for doing that to him. And they go into their room to talk about Doris. He told that his mother true middle name and asked Lena if she really write that. And she told that yes and point where she saw it. Alice told that sometimes get confused when other voices but father tells them that he trick her. And father get the paper with the handwritten of Doris. Alice asked if what are those papers. Father read it for her. Alice tells to father that she thought it's for about Lena and father told them that it's all about all of them. He told that Doris is reading his mind. Lena tells that if she asks a question they know the answer to. Father told that she's listening to what he thoughts. Father said he thought Lynn and she said Lynn. He said Doris channeling powers and forces that they didn't know. Alice and Lena is shocked on what they heard. Mikey goes into their house again and asks Doris if Lena is home. And Doris asked him to come where she found the money. When they are in the hole, Doris told her that she found a jewelry too but put it back. He told about sadistic doctor who conducted experiments on him and other captives inside the house's basement. These spirits knew answers that only Roger would know because they have been watching the family since the day they moved in. Mike found a back with a lot of identification inside of it. He saw a different name and face of the ID. And Doris changed her face into the demon. While looking at the hole he saw a bone. He's shocked and that's when Doris got possessed and he attacked Mikey. They go down now but they didn't find Doris. While looking they are shocked when body of Mikey drop with a rope on his neck. They hear a sound in the basement and they go there. When Alice told that they are burning the board the lights went off. Father Tom looked to the hole when they found a money and he's shocked because he saw bones of human. They burned the Ouija board hoping that it works. While looking for Doris he heard a sound and father went to that. He went into the secret room and he saw Doris. Father started to pray. And the evil said he can't see that house. But father continued to pray. And the spirit went towards to him. After that father went to Alice and Lena and they are shocked when father got possessed. And he want to kill them. Alice and Lena run from him. When they go upstairs line is safe but Alice got caught by him. Alice looks at him and father finally in himself now. But he pushed Alice outside and he locked the door on the basement. After that evil at the top of the door and father got attacked by the evil spirit. He pushed and dropped in the stairs. Alice and Lena is shocked when they saw the Ouija board again. Alice got dragged and Lena got dragged too by the body of Mikey when she is trying to save Alice. Lena got hit in the stairs, and suddenly she saw Doris in the floor. And Doris started to crawl towards to Lena. And Lena is scared of it because Doris looks like an evil that chasing her. Alice asks the possessed Doris that she can help her. But the spirit tells her that Lena is better than her. She asked the spirit if what she want from Lena. And the spirit answered it she want her voice. And the spirit goes in her back and said that she will take all of them. And she dragged in the basement. While Roger's spirit carries an unconscious Lena to her bed. She wakes up and called for her dad. Alice wakes up being locked up by the possessed Doris. And she said that Roger is locked up in the dark and cold and screams and she got hit by Lena. Doris screams and Lena got pushed by the power of it. She moved towards to Doris to stop her by stitching her mouth. But Doris keeps fighting at her. And Lena saw a glowing eye inside the mouth of Doris. And some evil spirit come out and hold Lena but Lena continued to stitch her mouth to stop the demons coming at them. The demons are holding her but she managed to stitch her mouth and got pushed away. Doris wakes up and she saw her father holding at her. While Lena got possessed by the demon and stabbed her mother. When she realized that she stabbed her mother she cried and her mother died. Her mother saw her husband and Doris in the back of Lena. And Line cries out loud and her mother died because she stabbed her. She screamed because of the sadness that she felt. After that incident Lena is in the mental hospital now. She received a treatment in the mental hospital. The doctor asked about her mother and sister. Doctor said that she's been 2 months in the hospital but they can't have a proper conversation about what happened to her mother and sister. And Lena tells to the doctor that she wanted to know that they are not alone. When she's going back to her room, she broke the floor and she started to hurt herself to get a blood. And he took a glass and she draw a letter using her blood. And she said, "Are you there?" When Doctor are walking, she saw Lena's room that they have two people inside. He's back and he saw Lena looking back at him. And possessed Doris walked towards to Doctor. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.